Hello everyone, and welcome to our Sprint 2 showcase of Revolt. It's been a great sprint for the team, and we've managed to get a lot done within this sprint, so let's get started into the showcase. I'll be using level 1's narrative journey to take me through, but also stopping occasionally to talk about any new gameplay elements that we've included since last sprint. So the player will start within the cells area. They'll be released from their cells and be free to explore. This area is great for teaching the player about the wall running and parkour elements, and also introducing the first enemy to them for them to combat with. For the moment, there's no enemies here, and I'll just use this area for a demonstration. So these three blocks here are connected to physics materials. So if you look towards the top left, you'll see this one's concrete, this one's grass, and this one's wood. From here, we can add different decals, sound effects, and VFX in order to make sure the player has some variation in between the materials that they are shooting. We've also included these proximity doors that will open and close when the player gets too close or too far away. And here we have our first enemies, the Enforcer enemies. This enemy is the hardest AI that we want to include within our MVP, so it's best to get it out of the way first. And it has two states, the shooting at you from a range state, and if you get too close, they won't really like that, and try and go for a little chase on you, but then you'll get too far away from them and can murder them. They'll also explode when they do die eventually. So let's just show you that again on this guy. So all the enemies are connected to a token system. Now what this token system is basically they will all request a token from the system, and if there is one available, that token will give them the opportunity to attack the player. If there's no token available, then they can either move, taunt, or do something different in order to get an advantage on the player. And then once the token is available for them to shoot, depending on which enemy it is, they will be able to attack the player. So this ensures that the player doesn't get overwhelmed with loads of enemies at once, especially if they're wall running. We want to make it satisfying for them to be running and shooting at the same time and not dying really easily, but if they do stand still, then it's going to cause trouble for them and they might get murdered. So we can see down there is a locked door. Now if I was to go close to that door, it wouldn't unlock because it is connected to this button over here. So this interact button, once it's pressed, it will unlock this door for us. It's the second type of door. If I was to hit the button, let's try that again, shall we? Show off the wall running elements a little bit more. Press E on these again. And there we go, this time it opens perfect. So once the player goes through this first combat area, which is the canteen, it's nice and open for them to get used to the controls and the shooting. They'll be led into the security area, which is again a nice open area for them to just get used to everything again, and also has the armory in the middle. This is where the player will pick up their second gun that's available to them. And then for demonstration purposes at the moment, I can teach you about our new gun that we've included, which is the flare pistol. So this is a single shot pistol, and it will set enemies on fire once they are shot. You may have noticed that in the bottom right there is an ammo counter. This is linked to each individual weapon, so when it runs to 0, I can't shoot anymore. But if we have plenty, like in the assault rifle, I can just shoot as much as I like to, and then we'll be able to go from there. So it's up to the player to either find ammo throughout the world or kill some more enemies in order to gain that ammo back and use the weapons again. So if I sit in this little square, I'll be taking damage here, just to show you that the health does regen after the player's been out of combat for 5 seconds. So if you look towards the bottom left, this is our health bar filling up. And there's also our armor pickups, so if the player gets close to one, they'll grab some armor, and this is just an extra resource the player have to keep on top of, make the gameplay a little bit more dynamic, which is important for this nice big open area here. So once the player gets forced out of the security area, they'll be led into the entrance, and they'll find out that the main doors are blocked, and then the person that's speaking to them over the radio needs to find another exit for them, so they'll have to face off some wave of enemies that are coming at them, use this nice big environment to fend them off, use a different verticality, and then once the position for the exit door is found, they can head on over to it, which is this door over here, and then have a little break after they go in this corridor from the enemies. And it's a great chance to talk to you about our control rig. So Umi has been able to make a control rig which is in control of all the animations that will be included in order to make sure that they are a lot more seamless between each other, and so that we don't have any problems with them. So it does that automatically, so we can handle them nicely. And now this is Wing C for the cells area. Now, want again this to be a chance for the player to explore the parkour elements and get used to the wall running. And they'll have to jump over this middle fence in the final version of this level, and that will lead them into Wing B, where there is a security room. Again, they can kill some more enemies within Wing B, find the cell that they want to unlock it, head on back upstairs. Again, use the parkour to get to where they need to, and then exit the level through another cell. Now, just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to head to level 2. So this is the next white box that we are working on. So level 1 is in our MVP. That will be the level that we work on first with getting all the assets in, but level 2 does share a lot of assets that are in level 1, specifically the entrance area, so we thought best to carry on with our white boxing with that expectation in mind, and then we can make 2 pretty awesome levels in the progress as well. So hope you've enjoyed this demonstration video, and thank you for watching.